So you've been thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas? Well, today we're going to go over the cost of living in Dallas, Texas.
Stay tuned. So today we are going to discuss the difference in cost of living between the three major cities in California versus Dallas, Texas. We work with people from all over the planet that are moving into the hottest real estate market in the whole United States, and that's this DFW area. And we absolutely love it. So one, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the alert so you get alerted of all our videos. We like to do videos of what it's like to live, work, and play in this great area. So instead of doing the traditional blogs, we like to take our camera out and about and just kind of experience and try to bring that experience to you as best we can. So with that said, let's jump on into the cost of living between California. So we're going to compare three cities in California, and that is going to be San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. Yep. So the first thing that we wanted to talk about is obviously the housing market. We're real estate agents, so that kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. So Patrice, what is the medium house price here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area?
In our area, it's about $213,000. That's
$213,000.
Yeah,
now, obviously that covers the whole gamut, right? That covers the whole area. In the suburbs, in the northern parts, with the better school systems, etc., you're going to find a little bit higher price point in that. But seriously, to find a 2,500 square foot, 3,000 square foot house, typical 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, or 3.5 bath kind of house, you're looking in that $300 to $450 kind of range. Right. is really typical. Compare to San Diego. What is the medium price in San Diego?
It's about in the 591,
just under that. Yeah, just under 600,000. So you could see that's quite a bit different. Now, San Diego, you've got some
at the beach,
pretty nice area spot to live. So, but just strictly on a cost of living basis, housing is considerably cheaper here. So, and then that's the cheapest we found in the three cities that we're comparing in California. Los Angeles was what?
A little under $700,000.
Little under 700,000.
690, yeah.
That's crazy numbers. And then San Francisco is even crazier, right?
Oh yeah, 1.3.
$1.3 million. Do you know what you can get for $1.3 million?
Here?
In Dallas? Oh my heart. So
a lot.
Yeah, I mean the mansion. So but cost of living really just isn't all about housing, right? It encompasses a lot of different things. Groceries, for example. Groceries, did you find a big difference when we moved out here in groceries?
Not particularly. There's a few things probably that were a little higher. It just depends on where you shop.
Yeah, from what we looked, we saw like eggs. You can get a dozen eggs for like $1.50 versus $3. Like, but no one is going to be making a big life-changing, altering decision based on eggs, right? So we. You're going to find the cost of living overall. The statistics say it's about 13%. So on a $100 bill a week, that's still $13 savings.
But the good thing is we don't have state income tax here.
Oh, well,
so you're going to save.
That's a good point. So one thing that we do not have is state income tax, like Patrice was saying. In California, for a typical household family right around that 100,000 mark, you're looking at 9.3%. So you're saving just over $9,000 a year purely off of state income tax. Unfortunately, what we do have are higher property taxes. But it's not as bad as everybody thinks. We already went over the housing, right? So if you've got a $700,000 house in California, typical, maybe like an Orange County type house, you're paying just over 1%, so about $7,000 a year. right?
Yeah.
If you purchase that for $700,000, I know Prop 13, all that good stuff. We won't get into that, but let's say $700,000 is $7,000. Here, that $700,000 house is going to be a $350,000 house, typically, and your property taxes are going to be just over 2%. Now, it all depends on what city. So, once we drill down and kind of figure out the city that you want to move into, we can kind of dig deeper and really do a cost analysis.
Right.
But right here in Frisco, where we live, it's just over 2%. So, on 350, you're still paying that about the $7,000 mark. So,
Right.
property taxes are probably going to be a wash.
True.
But you do save on a state income tax, right? Which is huge. What about utilities?
Utilities, it gets pretty warm here in the summer, so you may, depending on the age of your house too. I mean, the newer builds, they're building them, so they're pretty cost effective.
It's
as
crazy.
Far, yeah.
It's crazy what they're doing. Our house is 2006, and in 2007 they really started implementing. Lucky us, right? So hit the home run on that one again. But in 2007 they really started upgrading the environmental. Kind of going that green build, and the houses today, a typical 4,500 square foot house, 4,000 square foot house, and our utility bills are quite high in July, August, and September, and I've seen bills. Some of our clients have shown us their utility costs in August. It's like 150, 200 bucks. It's crazy. Huge savings as far as utilities. Now, per kilowatt, if you want to get technical, we are a little bit less than California. But in California, you have such great weather.
You don't turn your air conditioning on.
You don't use it, and you're air conditioning smaller spaces, right? So I know when we lived there, we had a 1,700 square foot, nice little house, and we turn the AC on. Not that often, right? Just in the summer a little bit. So utility costs are going to be a little bit more overall, but not much. Nothing to get too crazy or excited over. Overall, if you were to go on NerdWallet or CNN Money or any of these kind of cost of living calculators, overall between California and in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we are about 5% less. But again. It's not a huge difference.
I think one of the areas though that you will save a lot is gas.
Oh, gas
prices,
gas is insane. You're talking about for more like the transportation, like car
for
gas.
Cars,
I don't think that there is a state in Texas that beats gas prices. So. I know that we just drove by and it was $2.17 for regular. So I know those of you in California, that is probably jaw-dropping number. You guys generally are about $1.50 ahead of us on gas prices. I know when we go back there quite a bit, we're shocked. Yeah. It is something else. But so we are definitely cheaper there. We also are cheaper on our insurance, as well as registering your cars and doing all that stuff, right? So here we have you're registered once a year. It's $67. Is that what it is?
Something like that. Yeah, you get a state inspection, which is like
25 bucks.
Yeah, and then it's about 67 for the registration. Yeah.
So let's call it all in at $100. Where and that's any car.
Right.
Whether you're driving a 1985 Ford Pinto or a 2019 Bentley, you're paying the same amount of money, right? Whereas in California, it goes off your car, and that's way considerable, right? And then your insurance is a lot more there too.
Right.
So anyway, overall, if you look at those mortgage calculators, or not mortgage calculators, those cost of living calculators, we run at about 22% savings from California in general. So what's the last thing that kind of brings us to the last part, which is healthcare, and healthcare kind of What is that?
We're about 19% cheaper.
19. That's what
that right?
that's what those calculators say. 19% cheaper. It's hard for us to kind of tell because, healthcare prices. If we try to compare it to when we lived in California 13 years ago, I mean, everybody's experienced increase in healthcare. Like it's out of hand. So, you can't really compare it to when we had it. But again, it's not too bad. It's typically. It all depends on your employer and all that stuff. But if you're to take everything, throw it in a mixing bowl and kind of mix it up, we come in at about 19 to 20% less than the California prices. So anyway, hopefully you found this this video useful. If you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the alerts. And if you're thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, please reach out to us. Give us a call. Text us, email, however it is that you feel that you want to contact us, by means do it. We absolutely love working with people, showing them around this great state of Texas as in the DFW market. We deal with people all over the planet, and we absolutely love what we do. So until the next video, I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
Take care.